brothers and sisters in VR. Welcome to VR News. Am I the first person to ever read off news articles and regurgitate them into a video? Absolutely not, but I do dare say that I am the first to ever do it from the cockpit of a TIE Reaper. So first in VR News today. So, from the same caliber of minds that brought you the idea of ads in VR games, comes Facebook's idea of what VR was truly lacking. Many of you will recall that there was once a time, not too long ago, when gamers were having to buy $300 headsets just to get in touch with customer service. Having read through that entire article and seeing what was going on, Facebook came out and said that they were going to be funneling money into fixing that issue. But would you like to see what they were working on in the meantime? Nobody can see your eyes when you wear a VR headset. Facebook wants to change that, from The Washington Post. Facebook's reverse pass-through tech is meant to be more engaging. For now, it's just strange. At least The Washington Post can be honest about that. Facebook has long argued that virtual reality headsets are a social tool. Well, yeah, kind of. I play mine socially every day. Meant to connect people to their communities. The social networking giant on Monday presented a prototype it imagines could make headway on this quest. A headset that eerily projects the wearer's eyes, on the outside of the gadget so people nearby can see their eye movements. Why? The result is not so consumer-friendly and shows hiccups in Facebook's desire to transform VR. No, real talk, honestly, once upon a time, I looked at Oculus as something wonderful. Oculus was pushing VR as far as it could go at the time. And then, when Facebook bought it, broke their promises, dropped support for the Rift S, came out with the Quest 2, started hooking your Facebook page up to it. I love Oculus's devices, man, but all the extra badges makes it not worth it. It really does. Anyway, at a virtual tech conference known as ACM SIGGRAPH, Nathan Matsuda, a researcher at Facebook Reality Labs, talked in detail about reverse pass-through VR technology, what the firm calls a framework for bolstering seamless social connection between real and virtual worlds. Why? I mean, when I put on my headset, the very last thing that I want to do is interact with the real world. Okay, scratch that. That's the second last thing I want to happen. The first is have the real world interact with me. Without reverse pass-through, you'd just be looking at the blank front of the headset. Okay. But with this system in place, I can hold a conversation with natural eye contact and other social cues that are carried by the part of my face that would normally be obscured, said Matsuda while dodging the gadget in a video at SIGGRAPH. Truly immersive VR experiences transport people to other places. That's the point. Both reality-based like augmented reality and wholly simulated. But wearing clunky headsets in social settings with friends or at the office is awkward. Some types of headsets feature tools allowing wearers to see the outside world, but people close by without a headset are disconnected from the person using VR. How is this our biggest problem? How is this what they feel they need to funnel money into? Honestly. Facebook's proposed solution relies on eye-tracking cameras placed inside the headset to capture the user's eye movements. These images are projected on the outside of the device to mirror what the wearer is doing. These light field displays show the image with perspective and depth, creating an illusion that the digitized eyes are part of the wearer's face. In theory, the tech allows the wearer to make eye contact with people outside the virtual environment. It's designed to offer direction accuracy too, so if your eyes look to the left, the replicated eyes should look left as well, the firm says. Okay, first and foremost, tinfoil hat time. So, Facebook is the one who was pushing the idea of ads in VR, right? And of course, we all remember the Blast On debacle. That was something to see. But Facebook's prime directive is to make money. And due to the fact that they have cameras pointing at your eyes, I know for a fact that they have not given up on the idea of ads in VR. So, I don't know if this is a little Alex Jones on my shoulder talking right now, but I have a feeling they needed a reason to put cameras on the inside of your headset to track your eye movements, to see which ads you would actually be looking at the longest. Could I be wrong? I certainly hope so. But this is exactly the kind of crap that I expect from Facebook. The sooner that we get a reliable headset that is affordable, that is disconnected from Facebook, the happier I will be. But the prototype looks frighteningly unnatural. God damn right it does. In a demo shown at the conference, the projected eye movements were off-kilter. One eye would blink, the other one wouldn't, or both would blink, but at different rates. The device connected to a complex web of circuitry that no one would have in their homes. The external image quality was glaringly low. The face-projecting tech may never become a consumer-ready product. The Reality Lab's chief scientist, Michael Abrash, admits he did not think Admits he didn't think the idea had much merit. My first reaction was that it was kind of a goofy idea. Michael Abrash, you're not stupid, we think alike. Admits he didn't think the idea had much merit. My first reaction was it was kind of a goofy idea, a novelty at best, Abrash wrote in a blog post. Facebook also acknowledges the device's technical limitations. What about this seems to be a good idea? I mean, the biggest thing that they were worried about with VR was trying to reduce the weight, trying to make it something that, you could wear and it wouldn't hinder you over time as much as they currently do. Why waste the hardware space slapping this on your freaking headset, man? We'd also like the displays to be higher resolution, have wider color gamut, higher brightness and higher contrast, so they can operate in a wide range of environments, said Matsuda. Even without the uncanny eye projections, people aren't clamoring to buy the virtual reality headsets, which have largely failed to grab hold of the masses. Sadly. Google discontinued its VR program in 2020 due to slow adoption, and growth in the area is projected to stagnate between 2021 and 2023, according to the research company eMarketer. It better freaking not. I'm saying, dude, VR is the future. I mean, ever since we were kids, we've always wanted to just step into a video game. The option is there, but more people are not taking advantage of it. But seeing how affordable VR is tied to Facebook, I can kind of see why people would be slow to adopt it. Still, prices have come down in recent years, just what I said. Facebook's latest Oculus Quest 2 is set to sell for $299 online later in August, $100 cheaper than the original. The new device demonstrates that Facebook thinks the future of VR lies in nimble engineering and interactive design. Its Oculus Quest gaming headset has gotten slimmer and lighter to wear over time. And the addition of something like reverse pass-through can make VR devices look more and more like a standard pair of glasses, Matsuda said. Matsuda, whatever you're on, I want some. Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg purchased the Oculus VR startup in 2014. Wait. What the hell is this? Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg purchased the Oculus VR startup in 2014 ago. All of 2014 ago. For $2 billion, stating at the time, Oculus has the chance to create the most social platform ever and change the way we work, play, and communicate. And then you ran it into the ground. You cut off support for pre-existing headsets, you broke your promises to the guy who created Oculus, and in general just did what Facebook does. Part of the reason VR headsets have yet to take the world by storm is that they simply aren't sexy, says Denise White, founder of the immersive tech company Blank XR. The sexy design form factor is what we need, at a lower price point, and finally people will be like, oh, I have to have one, White said. The project is one of a string of forward-looking VR and AR strategies to come from Facebook. Last month, the company said it would create a product team to work on the metaverse, a digital world that multiple people can inhabit together. In March, the company unveiled a wristband that would unlock new ways to interact online. I think we will effectively transition from people seeing us as primarily being a social media company to being a metaverse company, Zuckerberg said in July. Zuckerberg, you're not human. How would you know what we think? The headset underscores some of the difficulties when making Zuckerberg's plan come to life. Okay, so in short, Facebook wants to put face-facing cameras, I guess, inside your headsets. This is also the same company that wants to put ads in VR. I think there could possibly be a correlation between the two. Do I know that for a fact? Absolutely not. But do you really think they would come out and say that? Okay, I am a lifelong Star Wars fan, and I'm sure many people who will watch this video are as well. If there's one thing that that Disney has done right with Star Wars... Okay, let me start over. If there's one thing that Disney has done well with Star Wars, it's giving control to Favreau. Mandalorian was the best thing to come out of Star Wars since Rogue One. And that is saying something. Star Wars Galaxy Edge VR is back for another adventure. Titled Last Call, the Oculus Quest ILMX Lab game Tales from the Galaxy's Edge is back this fall. It's time to travel back to Batuu in the second part of the excellent Oculus Quest VR game Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge. Titled Last Call, players will go to meet Doc Ondar, whose story is where you can buy all those fancy lightsabers. In the Galaxy's Edge theme parks, a supporting character from Star Wars The Last Jedi and more, all while further exploring the planet fans can only visit at Disney parks, in reality or in virtual reality, with Oculus. Knowing that Disney and Facebook are in cahoots scares me. Since Tales from the Galaxy's Edge was first released late last year, the team behind it is at Lucasfilm and ILMX Lab has been working on this expansion, which we know will release in the fall. No date or price has been revealed yet, but there is a teaser trailer today. I will not be clicking that. So who's who in this trailer? Well, there's the bar owner, voiced by Star Wars Resistance's Bobby Moynihan. But he was in the first part of the game. Then there's the Ithorian, Doc Ondar, voiced by Corey Rouse, who was previously announced but is very exciting to see. Doc is one of the high-end animatronics that exist in the theme parks, but he doesn't talk. So to learn, well, yeah, anyone who's played Knights of the Old Republic knows that Ithorian language is really strange. I hope they have not gone the cheap route and, given him a human voice, because Ithorians are not supposed to be able to pronounce human language. So to learn more about his character and maybe acquire something from his excellent shop should be fun. Then there are two new characters. There's Baron Atzman, voiced by Mark Ralston, who appeared briefly in Star Wars The Last Jedi as a wealthy criminal, and then Lens Camo, voiced by Carla Chrome, a completely brand new character who's kind of the Star Wars version of Indiana Jones, in that she goes and searches for rare items to keep them out of the hands of bad people. So who, in your opinion, Disney, is the bad people in Star Wars? Is it the ones who brought peace and order to the galaxy? The ones who engineered such a wonderful spacecraft as the one I'm sitting in now? Or is it the ones who committed genocide on a level of multi-millions of people by destroying a galactic asset paid for with galactic citizen taxpayer money, the Death Star? Disney, is that your idea of the bad guys? Is it? Welcome back to Batuu. Doc Ondar has pulled up a seat in Siazalak's cantina, and he has a job for you. The infamous Ithorian, Ithorians are good guys, sends you deep into the Batuu wilds in search of a lost artifact. You'll team up with the relic hunter Lens Camo and battle against the evil Baron Atzman. Jose Perez III, the game's director, says in a press release, "We are super excited to continue to expand the Star Wars galaxy, and hope fans swing by for Last Call." Okay, as said previously, I am wanting very desperately for an affordable VR headset to come out that will give us an option to escape from Facebook and their clutches on Oculus. And being the idiot that I am, I pre-ordered something. And news on it has been very slow. Some developments have been slow. The Discord has not been silent. and I am waiting with bated breath for any hint of information as to when it will be coming out. And that device is made by a company called Deca Gear. The Deca Gear VR headset to be shown this weekend in VR chat. You can get a first look at Megadodo's Games' mysterious Deca Gear VR headset this weekend. Well, sort of. The headset will be on show inside VR itself at VCAT 6, a Japanese festival that's hosted inside VR chat. The company will have a booth at the virtual event that will allow people to pick up and explore 3D renders of the device. Okay. You know, I would actually be down for that. You won't, of course, be able to put the headset on and try it for yourself as, you know, you're already in VR. And this is from their official Twitter account, VCAT Chan, Virtual Market. When I turn this upcoming virtual market, I've got a bunch of really handy tutorials for you, so you and your friends can jump in. In this thread, you'll find how to attend VCAT 6, how to navigate our menu system, and how to attend live events. Our quick and easy guide on how to attend VCAT 6, blah 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 blah. Haven't heard of VCAT? I honestly had not. The tweet above explains how to get into the event. Alongside the Deca Gear booth, the event will feature live concerts, user-made worlds, and other experiences. It kicks off this Saturday, August 14th, and then runs on through August 28th. You can stop by anytime to check out what's happening. Here's a picture of what the Deca Gear booth looks like. Pretty sleek. The Deca Gear was first announced last year, promising a $450 4K Steam VR headset. Oh god, let it be real. We still have a lot to learn about the device, but Megadodo did at least impress us with its Deca Move peripheral, which should be arriving at my door in a few days. Peripheral that's rolling out soon. The kit sits on your hip and determines the direction in which you walk in VR, freeing up your hands and head to no longer have to point in the direction you want to travel. I am definitely looking forward to the implications of this, because if I can still move at full speed while shooting to the side, it's going to revolutionize a lot of games. This might not exactly be the debut you were expecting for the device, but we're still looking forward to getting our first glimpse, however limited. Will you be heading to VCAT 6? Let East know in the comments below. And that, my brothers and sisters in VR, was the VR news for this week, or at least the articles that I found interesting. I am looking to make this a weekly episode that I will be working on, aside from other projects. I admit that I have been very slow in getting content out. Life has been happening as it does when, YouTube's not your primary source of income. But yeah, I am definitely looking into getting some more projects going. For instance, me, Zeg, and Hob are working on a new series called With Friends Like These, wherein we have realized that there is a lot of Steam games that we would normally never play, mostly because they are too freaking scary and we're a bunch of chickens. But with the rules of this game we have created for ourselves, which is 2 people decide what the third person will play, we have a big showing coming up soon. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will gladly see you in the next one. Scott out.